Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here, doing this little video because I actually heard earlier today that RWBY Volume 1 will actually be coming to theaters. Limited release, unfortunately. It would be really cool if it was just easy to do it. But I'll put a link in the description if you guys haven't already been to the website and everything. And basically you can check where it's going to be at. They're partnering with Tug. I don't know who that really is, but they've partnered with them before I saw in the video. And it's really cool, they're bringing the whole first volume to theaters for people, if you have friends that haven't gotten into it. I have a couple that I'm always like, I think I'm one of the few people out of my group of friends where I'm like, you guys see RWBY, and I'm always asking people if they watch it or not. And I only have maybe like 2 or 3 that are actually caught up, and I have other friends that have seen it, but they're like, they're a whole volume behind. They've seen like 1 and 2, but they haven't even, bothered to watch 3. So for, if you have friends like that or people who haven't even started RWBY, I think this is a really great way to do it. They can see it in theaters. Like I said, of course, you have to check to make sure it's actually showing up somewhere near you. Fortunately for me, there is a theater that's going to be showing it. They do have reserves, so they have to have a certain amount of people. It's almost like sort of a GoFundMe type of thing where they have to reach a certain goal to actually even bother having the showing happen. I am in the Dearborn area, so if you go to U of M Dearborn or you're just near Dearborn and you like RWBY, please buy tickets for that, because I bought mine, but it needs like 56 more people since I bought my ticket. So definitely buy a ticket so that it can actually happen and we can actually see RWBY in theaters, because I've always wanted to kind of sit down. I've always thought it would be cool to sit down and watch the first volume as just a whole movie, because it is 2 hours long. And I was like, that would be cool as just like a solid movie, but I never did it because it's a series. And plus, for the first volume, I would watch the episodes so many times, it was almost kind of pointless to see the entire thing all the way through, because I'd watch the episodes by themselves over and over again. So I haven't seen them in a while. I've seen like a couple episodes here and there because I have them all, but it's like I watch them every once in a while now, especially from Volume 1. I'll just watch like a couple here and there because I think I've seen every episode from Volume 1 like maybe 4 or 5 separate times a piece. So it's kind of like I've seen them, but I would love to see them all kind of in one go, because it's been a while since I've really gone through the first volume, and it'd be great to see it on the big screen. That'd be really amazing to see that. There's already stuff for like Volume 2 where it's like kind of put out demand for it to get Volume 2 later in the summer, because the one for Volume 1, the screenings start April 27th, and I believe I want to say April 27th and 30th, and then May 1st, I believe, are the 3 like screening dates in different places. So far for the area I'm in, for Dearborn, Michigan, it only shows April 27th, so I don't know if it's like, if that happens, then they'll add the other 2 dates to probably, show it again. But I'm really hoping that it happens. It's about just under a little over a month, I believe, because it's the 22nd or 3rd today or something like that. Or it's the 21st, so it's a little over a month away. And I'm really hoping enough people end up buying it so that I can actually go to the theater. But I wanted to make this video because it's really good news. It's really, really awesome that they even have, this opportunity to do sort of limited screenings or anything like that. So very excited. Hopefully it does happen. Like I said, like I went on there. All the new, I'm pretty sure it came out today. Like I've seen like 2 other videos, and both of those were posted today. So either this news was announced today, or yesterday, or maybe like in the past 2 or 3 days. So it's very recent, and there were already 7 other people that had bought tickets by the time I went on to get mine. So I am hoping that, since it's fairly brand new news, that there will be enough people so I can see it at the theater. And plus, the theater that it's at is the theater I always go to for like the past couple of movies when I want to see them, like at premieres and stuff. They're right next to my school, so if anything's happening where it's like I get to, it's a Thursday night premiere or whatever, I'll be at school because I have late meetings with my friends, and then I'll just sit around for a little bit until like 11 or whatever, and then I just walk over, or I'll drive over, and it's like the theater's right there. So I'm really hoping it is, because I know exactly what theater it is. I know how to get there. It only takes, even if I'm at home, it would take me like 30 minutes to get here, less than 30. So I'm really hoping we get to have this screening. Hopefully everything does kind of pan out and a lot of people support it, even if I don't get to see it here. Hopefully it gets supported enough to where, they do get Volume 2 shown, and then we get to see Volume 3 in theaters as well. And once again, hopefully I get to kind of experience that in theaters, those two volumes in theaters as well. But just wanted to make this video because it's very awesome news, very crazy. I was surprised when I saw that. I was like, we get anime movies and stuff in theaters. Once again, limited release, unfortunately, because we get like our 3 days where it's like, I think the last movie I saw, probably the only anime movie I've seen actually, is the DBZ movie, in theaters, or at least like the special ones. Before, the other ones I saw, like Pokemon and stuff. But those get like massive release because it's Pokemon and like Yu-Gi-Oh when that was out. But DBZ never really got like the big theatrical releases. Even when it was on, all the movies were just straight on Toonami, and then we finally got like Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F. So I got to see Resurrection F during like the 2 days it was out or something like that. So it's a lot like that, but hopefully this does kind of, hopefully it gets more people invested in RWBY. Not that it has a small fan base anyway, but hopefully it gets a lot more people invested. They can kind of sit and, with it being a 2-hour thing, they can go through. And I'm curious how they're going to do it, because I'm assuming if they're going to do it like a movie, it won't cut, with each episode. It'll probably just do, I don't know. I'm curious now that I think about it, if they'd even do the opening credit song, which they kind of have to, because it's such a, it's the first, especially with it being the first, the first song, or, well, technically the trailers have the first songs, but, it was like the first big one really that kind of, the first one I noticed. I mean, I like the songs from the trailers, but it was like once I saw that ending, and I like, kind of hard rock stuff, so that one caught my attention faster than the songs from the trailers, which I still enjoy, but that was the one that always, caught my attention more. The one from Blake's trailer definitely caught my attention too once it picks up a little, so I certainly enjoy that, but my favorite is definitely the main opening. The first opening theme is my favorite song out of all of them that we've had so far, although I do think Volume 3 opening is probably my second favorite. It might be a very close second because it's just really good. Can't wait for the Volume 3 soundtrack to come out because they haven't had anything out yet. Normally, there's at least one song or something, and the only thing that's out right now are the 2 ending songs, which of course everyone just ripped straight from the episode because they were the long end credits. So now that I think about it, I'm curious how they're going to play that out. There was a question on the website, like what's going to be shown, like what's going to be added. Are we going to get sneak peeks for Volume 4 or stuff like that? So there's going to be trailers for some other stuff from Rooster Teeth. There's going to be a welcome video, and then there's something like we might get footage from a brand new series. So there still may or may not be something like the roughest sort of sneak peek of Volume 4, maybe some character art of people that we haven't seen yet or stuff like that. But there's going to be some stuff there that is fairly unique, so I'm looking forward to that. You also, if you buy a ticket, you do get, as long as, once again, if the reserve is met and there is actually going to be a showing, you will get a, like, exclusive code or something. You get, like, a discount on the merchandise store, but you also get to purchase exclusive merchandise, it said. So considering it's RWBY showing, I'm assuming it'll be exclusive RWBY merchandise, maybe some other Rooster Teeth exclusive stuff, but that had me really excited too, because I was like, I just wanted to see it in theaters, and then I read that, so that also has me excited. If that's a little bit more incentive, if you have like some extra cash laying around and you're like, you want to get something RWBY related, you might want to get this ticket and see what extra exclusive items kind of open up to people that buy the ticket. So highly recommended, of course, regardless of the exclusive merchandise. Definitely got to check it out. Like I said, there will be there is, I guess, I haven't obviously uploaded this yet, but there is, for you guys, a link in the description. I'm really hoping it happens. Like I said, if you are in the Dearborn, Detroit area, if you are even remotely close to U of M Dearborn in any way, shape, or form, please buy a ticket, because I would love to see this movie. So hopefully that does pan out and I get to see it with my friends and stuff, because I have a couple people I might try to convince who haven't even seen the show yet, try to get them to go. But definitely wanted to do a video on this because it's just really good news. I don't do enough like random RWBY videos, and I really like doing this. It's one of my favorite shows. So when I don't have time to do like my reaction stuff or analyzing like the openings, which I never got a chance to do for Volume 3, just random news. So I wanted to just do a video on it because it's really great news, and I really hope that it works out where I get to see it. I know a lot of people are gonna see it because it's gonna work in a lot of the showings. I'm just really hoping there are enough nerdy people in my area that are gonna pay to see RWBY in theaters because I really, really want to. But thanks for checking this video out. Like I said, there is a link in the description below, of course. If you guys have any comments, you can put them down in the comment section below. You know, if you had to, definitely a random question is, if you had to pick one episode out of the entire series so far, what episode would you want to see? I don't know why that would happen if, you know, you get like 10 minutes in the theater. But if you had to pick one specific episode, what episode would you choose to see in theaters? Because there's of course a lot of stuff. For me personally, of course, like the first big fight, episode 8, Players and Pieces from Volume 1, is a huge, huge thing because it was like the first really huge fight, and it was an amazing fight. Music was also pretty good. Red Like Roses is another one of my favorite songs. I really love the full version of that. Was Red Like Roses Part 2. But I don't know. I'm not sure what fight I'd pick. I mean, there's so many, and then it's like I'd want to, of course, pick the longest fight just to see the most stuff. But the first one always stands out. The Volume 2 episode, it's something like About Town or like Paint the Town. I forgot the actual title of that episode. That was a great freaking one, and everyone's in like their alternate costumes as well. So that's another one that sticks out. They do like the team attacks and stuff, and Yang has like one of her coolest moments ever. So that's another one that really stands out. Great introduction of a great song as well. During that fight scene, just all the insanity of Volume 3, like just picking pretty much any of the tournament fights would be really cool to see on the big screen as well. But if I had to choose, I think I would pick the battle from Volume 2. I wish I could remember the name of that episode. I can't. It's something like About the Town or Paint the Town, something like that. But they're in alternate costumes, which all look really cool. We get to see Sun use his semblance, which we still haven't seen again. Like, he used his semblance once, and we still didn't even get to see that during the tournament. So I was kind of sad about that this volume. But we got to see him use his semblance, which was, you know, new and surprising. We got to see Neptune actually fight for the first time. And then we got the team attacks and everything, and they fight, you know, Roman, and the introduction of Neo, which is just one of my favorite moments of the whole series was when that happened and she just shattered like this illusion. It was just like, that blew my mind when I first saw that. So that would be the fight that I'd pick, but definitely want to know yours. Of course, we'd love to know what you guys think about this news in general. So please, you know, put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thank you guys for watching.